Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I would like first to thank you, IFAS, for this invitation, allowing me to be with you today. I'm here because I sincerely believe on what IFAS is doing. I'm convinced that something is born here in this campus and in this region, Rhénanie-Palatinat. Something very simple, which is a circular economy concept, well explained by my friend Peter Heck a few minutes ago. I will introduce my presentation first. I will give you some update on what happened in Morocco in general, in terms of social and economic development first, and after that introducing, what we are doing, but very briefly, in renewable energies. Then few words on SIE, which is the Société d'Investissement Énergétique, or Energy Investment Company, our positioning, and how we are acting in this global scheme in Morocco as a financial tool. And well, as illustration of what we are doing, the choice was made around this project in Laayoune. Laayoune is a city in the south of Morocco, and this project is 100% initiated by IFAS. And we just follow this dynamic initiated by IFAS. So Morocco, there is really moving fast these past 10 years, let's say since the arrival of His Majesty Mohammed VI. This scheme summarized the key events, the key significant events happened in Morocco and concretized. I can mention, for example, the Advisory Human Rights Council, which allows Morocco to be well aligned with international practices in human rights. The family code called the Mudawwana, which improved the role and the situation of women in Morocco. We believe strongly on that because women represents half of the national potential, and we fight for that and we support that strongly. Another example is the National Initiative for Human Development. It's an institution aiming to develop projects, programs towards populations everywhere in the country, with the objective to improve the quality of life of citizens. And associated to this institution, we have one observatory to observe with concrete criteria recognized by international organizations the progress of what they are concretely doing each year. The election code and also the new sectorial strategies. Few words on that because it's very important. Morocco today is like a huge open building site. If you go to Morocco, you will find a lot of work, a lot of open sites, building sites everywhere in the country. It concerns all sectors. It concerns infrastructures like highways, like high-speed trains, like harbors. You will find also a lot of things under construction in tourism, in industry. Plan Vert corresponds to agriculture. Agriculture is a very dynamic sector in Morocco. And all that, and also energy. I will explain that in the next slide. The link between energy and all the other sectors. Environmental chart, very important. this chart is a result of a national consultation. Everybody had been consulted. Any citizen had the opportunity to explain, to express his opinion. And today, this chart is like a law, applicable law in Morocco for all what we do. And the last and not the least is the constitutional reform. It's a courageous reform in Morocco, and very innovative, and the last result of that is the result of our election in our country, very democratic election, and we are very proud of that, because in one word, Morocco is in move. Here to show you the growth of the economic growth in Morocco, which is around between 5% and 6% each year. So because of all these developments operated in the country, and the direct consequence of that is the growth of the energy demand. It's the direct consequence of that. And we have to face such growth, typically for electric demand, between 6 and 7% each year. The demand grows each year. And we have to face that. If we don't do that, our country will have to face dramatic problems in the coming years. It's not a catastrophic situation. It's a normal situation. We only need to anticipate the future, and that's it. So that's why the government defined a national energy strategy with respect, and the objective is to realize and to accompany this strategy with sustainable developments. It's very important, and with 4 objectives. The 4 objectives are there: the security of the supply of the energy and its availability, the access to this energy to everybody at a reasonable price, the mastery of the demand, and the preservation of environment. Again, all what we do, environment is present, is there by law. Here you have a summary of this energy strategy. The choice was made around renewable energy. Morocco would have been in a situation to develop cool plants, well-mastered technology, cheap. It was possible for a country of Morocco. But the choice was made on renewable energy. Why? Because it was the opportunity to make our situation an opportunity to develop new economic sectors, to develop new jobs, to develop knowledge, education, etc. That's why this choice has been made in Morocco. And our targets by 2020 are there. 42% contribution of renewable energy based on renewable sources. I mean electrical energy, 15% of energy savings, etc. And how? It's the second half of this slide. Some structural programs have been defined in wind, solar, hydro, and energy efficiency. Today, all these programs are undergoing today in the country. Wind energy, we target to develop, and we will do that before 2020. 2,000 megawatt in wind. The same in solar. You have probably heard about Mazen, which is the Moroccan Agency for Solar Energy, who is in charge of the development of this target, this solar target. Hydro also, you know probably that Morocco developed 30 years ago, and between 30 and 20 years ago, a very visionary strategy on dams, and we now use these dams to develop the associated hydro capacity. And also energy efficiency. Energy efficiency is led by ADERE. ADERE is a national agency, very structural for me, because they are in charge of the promotion of renewable energy in the country. I mean, the development of the new standards, certification in the country, new rules, they contribute to the new laws implemented in buildings, etc. And also, they are leading the energy efficiency program on these 4 axes. That's a global and a short summary of what happened in Morocco. Of course, two building blocks are defined, have been initiated in Morocco. The first concerns education. We have initiated a national program totally dedicated to renewable energy at all levels, involving universities, engineering schools, training and education for technicians at all levels in all the country. Why? Because if people is not ready, we will fail. It's impossible to do all what we do. It's the same for R&D. R&D, we have created a national research agency. It's not a big center. It's a very small agency. The objective of this agency is to cooperate, to federate, and to work with all university labs. We have the University of Satat representative here with us, and it's to work with them, to network them, and in order to align this R&D, applied R&D activity on the energy strategy, the national energy strategy. In this global scheme, SIE, the Energy Investment Company, what is its role? SIE, it's only the financial tool. The financial tool in this operational team in Morocco, mainly composed by 4 actors. ONE, which is in charge of the production, the distribution, and the transportation of energy, is managing the network. The key actor is ONE in Morocco. Then you have Mazen, which is in charge of the 2 gigawatts in solar. ADERE in charge of energy efficiency, mainly, and also the promotion of renewable energy. And SIE, the financial tool. So, a few words on SIE. SIE is a very new company in Morocco, initiated from 0 on February 2010. It's a Société Anonyme, an independent Société Anonyme, but funded by the government. The current capital corresponds to $1 billion. It could be extended to 1 billion dirham, could be extended to 5 billion dirham. And the objective of SIE is to support and to support and to develop investment, mainly private investment in the country in renewable energy sector. So, concerning our main domains where we are conducting our actions, first, the national programs. The national programs is the structural programs supported by the government. I mean, the 1 gigawatt wind program led by ONE, and we are conducting this program with ONE. I mean, also the 1 gigawatt, in order to, which is the 1 gigawatt minimum, under the private initiatives in Morocco with respect to the 1309 new and innovative law in Morocco, which is a very structural law allowing the private investment in Morocco. Mazen, which is the 2 gigawatt solar program, because SIE is one of the shareholders of Mazen, and also to support other initiatives in renewable energy. That's the first block that we are addressing, and also we promote local energy sources at mainly for regional development, the industrial integration, etc. And of course, we try to anticipate the history, to try to position our country on the new challenges. The objective is not to make Morocco a new key actor, a new worldwide actor, certainly not, because Morocco is a small country. We need partners, we need to learn and to develop. But we can anticipate the history by cleverly and with the objective to take a seat in what is coming in the new technologies, in new renewable energy technologies, like, I don't know, submarines, hydroliennes. It's the submarines mills using the submarine currents, things like that. It's time to investigate that and to take a seat in this value chain with partners. And we have very important activity of concerning monitoring of the technology. So now we focus on financial aspects, because we have not to forget that SIE is a financial actor. So, you know, we thought a lot on how we can develop, how we can execute our mission, and the choice was to develop a structure of fund of funds, to create thematical funds dedicated to sectors in renewable energy. SIE, the role of SIE in all these funds is to be the cornerstone and to allow these funds to access to a market, to a local market, to secure investment in Morocco. These funds will address, let's say, first-class investors' involvement. Yes, big actors, national and international. And again, mainly private sector. I strongly believe on private sector. Without the private sector development in Morocco, no sustainable solution, sincerely. We have initiated 2 first vehicles, the 2 first funds. The first will addressing the renewable energy programs, and the second we are still working on it. It will address the energy efficiency sector. So, how these funds have been designed? In fact, the benchmark used is the CSSF in Luxembourg, because it's the best guarantee to offer to investor transparency and clarity for the investments to comply to the best financial practices in our country. It's exactly what we are doing for these funds. So the governance, it's complete standards governance for these funds. Concerning the first fund, we have already launched a first international call to select an investment company. Each fund will be managed by a management company, specialized management company in investment funds. And the consortium, the selected consortium, is led by la company Benjamin de Rothschild, the Swiss company, with 2 other actors. And the mission of this management company, they have 3 missions. Of course, the management of the fund, but at the same time, the fundraising, and also the project development in renewable energy. We will, of course, support this, management consortium, this management company. How, for example, we will transfer the concerned projects that we have already developed in our portfolio to this fund. We will support them in their fundraising actions, and our objective is to make this fund a success. Why? Because at the end, the objective of this fund is to develop simply with private capital in Morocco renewable energy program. It's exactly what we want to do. Additional information on this fund. So the first financial closing is defined to up to 2 billion dirham. Half of the fund will come from national investors and half from international investors. SIA will be the cornerstone. That means that SIA will invest 20% of the Moroccan part. The duration of this fund is between 7 and 10 years. And again, all the standards, the international practices well recognized in financial environments will be executed there in these funds. We need to secure, to sustain the use of these new financial vehicles in the country. And the objective of them, again, is to support the renewable energy strategy in the country. So, 2 words on energy efficiency fund, the second vehicle. We have not yet developed this, launched the creation of this fund. Why? Because it's not that easy. It's not, you know, the models, the financial models for renewable energy programs are now defined. We know how to develop a wind program, solar program. We have to manage risks, risk coming from the technology, from the financing, etc., etc. But concerning energy efficiency, it's not the same story. We want to secure 2 aspects before. The first is the measurement of the real depth of the market in Morocco in order to be sure of what we are talking about first. And we have initiated 1 study which should conclude before the end of this year. And the other very dimensional point is the financial models. How on which financial model we will invest through this fund. How we will recover our investment based on the saved economy. We are working on that, and we have some first conclusions, yes, promising conclusions, and we should initiate these second funds at early in 2012. So, 1 business case, again initiated by IFAS. This project is one of the projects that we have in our pipeline. It's very original. Laayoune, first, few words on Laayoune, which is a Moroccan city in the south of Morocco. In a dry country, desertic country, but at the same time, it's near the coast. We have a wonderful coast there, and a very windy region. We have a first-class wind quality for wind program development there. The Resource Center, a few words on that. IFAS and IFAS Maghreb, they have developed this new concept in Lyon. They have identified the structural components to develop a circular economy model in Lyon, based on Jatropha development, based on wind, based on waste valorization there, etc. So the three main values are there: valorization and treatment waste, wind energy production, and wastewater treatment for valorization. So the objectives, the direct consequence of this project is, of course, the clean energy development and promotion and environment preservation. Very important. And it corresponds to a deep need in this region to improve first the quality of life of people, of citizens there. It's very important to develop education, because of course we will accompany this project with an education center for technicians in Lyon, in order to be sure that we have the right level of the required labor locally in order to sustain all the investment there. And the team is there. You have, of course, the local representatives in Lyon. We will support that in terms of investment. And IFAS is, for me, the origin of this project, Lee Company, and for wind, Vensis, which is a well-known German company. And all that with respect of the National Chart for Environment. Again, all what we do respect our National Chart for Environment. And any investment in SIE, each time we participate in any investment, we have a look to the social return. We try to identify it. We will not success at each investment, but we try to identify it at the very beginning of the process. Each time the social return is identified, then we do it and we secure it. So the steps of the projects are summarized there. The waste treatment unit development first, at the same time the Jatropha plantation mentioned by my friend Peter Heck. They have developed this, and they succeeded in this experimentation. It's really a success, and we intend to invest on it, and the wind farm development there, in order to concretize a circular economy model. It's a copy of one IFAS document. Thank you to IFAS, just to show you that the interconnection, the interlink between each building block of all what we will develop there, all the developments, everything is linked, and it's a concrete example of circular economy in Lyon. Why I am convinced that circular economy, you know that already here in Germany. Again, I believe that something is born here. It's the best guarantee I have identified to secure the economic development and the social development, and to develop locally the added value for local population. And when each block grows, it serves the neighbor block, etc. And it remains locally, and it serves the local population, and it serves their quality of life. It's very important. That's why I'm convinced that's the right model. one Google photo just showing global view of Lyon. I don't know if we can see it clearly, but for the Jatropha plantation, all is already planned. The positioning of all building blocks of all what we expect to develop in this project is already identified, and now the situation of this project is we expect to sign one agreement in the coming weeks, and then we will start. To summarize here the objectives of the project, why this project is very positive, is well in line with the energy strategy and the policy in Morocco, the reduction of pollution, the energy promotion, and self-production and valorization of the local renewables resources, to stop and to fight the desertification, to reduce environmental impact, etc., etc., to create employment. That's a summary of the objectives that shows that this business case is an important one, and we would like to make it as a vitrine. I would like to show in Morocco how this model is a successful model, and with the objective to replicate it in all the Moroccan regions, and why not in all the region around Morocco. This project has a high potential. Again, another way to say finally the same thing. We have to consider that we don't reinvent the wheel. It's based on major technologies. Today, we have highly experienced partners, a strong support by local authorities there. We're supported in investment and abundant natural resources in the place where we will develop that. So for us, it's a very interesting investment opportunity. So thank you.